First up, congratulations on the victory. Much better start to this one. In the pregame, we talked about starting a little bit better in this contest, and you certainly got that done today and finished well with a really balanced effort.
I was really pleased with the start. We didn't play so well there in the middle of the first half, but I thought it was really critical, and it was a one-point game, that we were able to stretch that lead out to 8 to end the first half. And then coming out of the locker room at the half, I thought our defense was just much better in the second half. We had more ball pressure. We did a better job containing the one-on-one drives. I thought we were it's probably on me. We emphasized that three-point line so much because they shoot it so well from there. That we got a little bit out of our discipline at that end of the floor, and it opened up some one-on-one drives in the first half. I thought our guys did a really good job adjusting.
And you talk about those adjustments in the second half. Another one of those on the offensive glass and getting into the paint. They kind of lived in the paint. Even though they didn't score as much in the paint, it enabled them to kick it out. And those adjustments really showed off in the second half for you.
It was a big rebounding game for us. We didn't rebound well on Thursday, and that was a point of emphasis over the last 48 hours. I thought our guys really stepped up there on the glass. And for the weekend, just the great unselfishness. 45 assists, only 15 turnovers in the 2 games. And we've talked about it all season long. I know the turnovers were an issue earlier in the season. We talked about trying to get those down in the single digits, and we just put 2 games back-to-back where we did a better job taking care of the ball.
Only 29 second-half points for Southeast Missouri, and 6 of those were 2 late three-pointers that I know get your blood pressure up. but just a much better job. Any changes or just more attention to detail coming out in the second half?
We took away some of their entry passes, which I think broke the rhythm a little bit. But in the first half, they were just getting downhill on the drive so much. Some of it was the guards' fault, sometimes the bigs. But our team defense wasn't where it needed to be. And I thought in the second half it was. At the under 4 media, I think they had 15 points at the under 4 media of the half. So I thought that was the difference in the game, that we were able to get stops and get out and transition some.
Coach, I thought the shot selection was very good. Once again, no unselfishness, as you alluded to. Shot 52%, but had 63 shots, and on the twos, 24 for 36, 67% on the twos tonight.
Yeah, I thought some good dribble penetration from the guards, and then I thought our post players on the offensive glass, and then Darnell on the post-ups. I thought he was really good doing his work without the ball. He got positioned deep in the lane to where he could just turn and score. And he's, we're all fortunate. We play with a guy who's going to get you the ball if you do your work without the ball.
Yeah.
And I thought Darnell did a terrific job there, finishing plays around the goal. I thought KJ Williams on the offensive glass got us some easy buckets in the paint. And we had some good looks at the 3, 9 for 27. You want to shoot at a little better clip than that. But they were open looks, and we want to take those.
A little bit about the big men tonight. And a really nice bounce-back game from KJ Williams. Not that he had a bad game last time. He had 3 blocked shots, but didn't put up the numbers he normally did. Really bounced back with 9 points and 10 rebounds for you tonight, Coach.
I thought especially in the first half did a really good job in our ball screen offense of rolling hard to the basket. Ja found him on a couple lobs there for some easy finishes. And then the most important thing for us was to see the energy level, the activity level around the basket, 10 rebounds. And then a big thing, 3 assists, no turnovers tonight for KJ. So some really nice plays there as well. And he's been terrific from the start of league play. It's good to see him bounce back from Thursday's game.
Darnell Cord is going to join us in a bit as our Murray Lumber player of the game, and he's become a really dependable player for you off the bench. You don't have to keep your fingers crossed and hope he delivers for you. He's dependable every night out to get you points, rebounds, or both.
Well, Darnell's a really good player. He's got great skill level in the post, can score with either hand. He's obviously has great size, but his footwork's very good. I think he's really starting to understand the process of how we try to do things here at Murray State, from your daily habits, from how we work in practice, how we work in individual workouts, and how that all carries over to the game floor. And I think you see his consistency getting better and better every time out. And he's going to be quite a force for us inside.
It's got to be a great feeling to know you have 4 post players that when you get in foul trouble tonight, between those 4, they played 77 minutes. So essentially two 40-minute spots, and they had 33 points and 20 rebounds between the 4 of them. So when you get 2 fouls, you're not having to, maybe play 4 guards, or
Sure.
you really got some options there to go to the bench.
No, that's the good thing about it, Kenny, and they all fit well together. They have different skill sets. They do different things. They match up to some of the different types of players we see in the front courts in our league. So we're really fortunate to have these 4 guys, and really proud of the consistency with which they're playing.
We coming in tonight, we had 3 games in a row that we busted 90 points, finished with 85 tonight. But it's not a forced 85 points. That there's bad shots taken, and at one point tonight we had 1.4 points per possession, and that's extremely high. Just offensively, things are really starting to come into a groove.
The efficiency's been really good, and I know we've talked about it even all the way back to the summer and in the media days. That the foundation of this team, with really just 2 proven scorers back, would be at the defensive end of the floor, and that the offense would be a work in progress as guys learn the system. They learn the expectations and so on and so forth. And I think you see guys really getting comfortable in their roles. You certainly see the unselfishness of our team, and just having the balance, where last weekend you score 124 points in the paint, and then Thursday night you're starting backcourt score 78 points between the 3 of them. And so I think that makes you tough to prepare for offensively.
Start 2-0 on the road, but right back on the road next week with a really difficult trip. Eastern Illinois, they go into tonight 2-1, and then Edwardsville. When you're playing that game on a Saturday, it's always tough, Coach.
Yeah, it'll be a tough trip. Eastern Illinois has been playing very well of late, very tough to beat at home. So we'll need a good week of practice there, and then once again another quick turnaround, as it is every week in league play. But would like to say thanks to all the great fans who made the trip over. I know there were a lot of weather concerns. There was a lot of Navy and gold in here today, as there always is when we come over to SEMO. So we appreciate our great fans, and hope some of them can make the journey up to Illinois this weekend.